You buy a new car with the many and you'll get. You'll never have to worry about any. That's because BCIC will always take care of you. Get easy insurance coverage accompanied by friendly, responsive customer service. Now that's the best feeling. For motor, home, business or more, call us at 440-7602 or visit bciconline.com.
BCIC, welcome to our feature called Bring It To BCIC. Today, Monday, August 27, Bring It To BCIC. British Caribbean Insurance Company. We're standing by to talk to Managing Director Mr. Levy. Mr. Levy is coming on next to talk to us about Bring It To BCIC. But just in case you have insurance questions, anything to do with insurance, and you want to ask BCIC, we have a phone number. You can actually call, text, or WhatsApp this number. 876-440-7602. That's 440-7602. And just in case you got insurance questions, you can bring it to BCIC. And once you head to a BCIC location, if you're a new policy holder, make sure you shout out these words. Bring it to BCIC. Bring it to BCIC. And Bring It To BCIC is back even bigger and better. And every Monday, we talk insurance. This week's topic is insuring young drivers. Good morning, Mr. Levy. How are you, man?
Morning, Ron.
Good morning, Mr. Levy. Well, last week you took a holiday, but that's all right, man. You work really hard, so I'm not even gonna prolong the conversation on your holiday you took last week to Paris. Just we just move on.
I'm sure. I know I was very ably represented.
Oh, most definitely, sir. Most definitely. And today we'll be talking about insuring young drivers, Mr. Levy, and we encourage our listeners to send a question, anything to do with insurance, any problem you may have. Well, you won't have problems with BCIC, but questions to 440-7602. Or check out our website at www.bciconline.com. So let's talk about young drivers now, Mr. Levy. Why is insurance scarce and more expensive for young drivers? Why insurance company afraid of young drivers?
I don't know that it's scarce. I think that young drivers can get insurance.
Yeah.
It does cost a little more, maybe more than a little bit more than.
You don't trust them. You don't
an average driver. Well, it's not a question of trust so much as that's kind of what the numbers dictate, because what we find is that young drivers
crash more,
higher risk. Yeah, they crash twice as frequently as the average driver, and when they do crash, the accidents cost a lot more, which kind of indicates that maybe they're going a bit.
Yeah, man, young.
The average driver.
Youthful exuberance, they call it.
Right. So I mean, it's just they say you pay to learn, right?
Yes, sir.
And what we find is that we're trying to not, let's say if you're a 43-year-old driver never had an accident, if you have to pay for those young drivers and it's nothing that you control and it's not your behavior, then that really wouldn't be fair. So we're trying to allocate the cost to where the risk is highest to be fair to people. So that is unfortunately representative of the kind of risk that they bring to us.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. It's the unfortunate truth. I dare add, Mr. Levy, the unfortunate truth.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, male and female drivers under 30, they pose the highest risk to all motorists. That's just how it is, isn't it, Drew?
Yeah, and I mean, the different insurance companies have different ways of dealing with this additional risk. Some companies charge more. Some companies actually don't insure anybody until they've had a certain amount of experience. We don't really like that, because how do you get the experience if you can't get the insurance?
True. That's why we like BCIC. Mr. Levy, you're the best. Mr. Levy said, if we don't give you a chance, how are you going to get the experience?
Exactly. Some companies charge a higher deductible or excess, so that if you have an accident with a young driver, then you pay more of the
cost. Yeah.
But for us, we try to spread it around the whole group.
Yeah.
And charge a little bit more to each individual person who fits that profile.
All right. So we can safely say, listeners, BCIC, they're not like other insurance companies. They don't pressure young drivers. You know what I mean? You're high risk, so, things are going to be a little differently. But BCIC don't pressure you. So what are you going to do, young drivers? Bring It to BCIC. Mr. Levy, are there ways to reduce the cost or manage the payment of premium better? Because sometimes we really want to insure our vehicles, but the premiums are beat with. Is there a way to reduce the cost or manage the payment of premiums better with BCIC?
Absolutely. I mean, certainly one of the things we recognize is that when insurance comes around once a year and you weren't thinking about it, and you get
and the insurance just come on me and say,
I have to find all this money one time, and so we've instituted this Easy Pay at BCIC where
Easy Pay.
You can get 100% premium financed, and you can stretch it out over as much as 9 months.
9 months?
So, yes.
But that's almost like the whole year for the insurance. Yeah,
exactly. So it basically makes it a much easier pill to swallow, so to speak, where you're breaking it down into manageable chunks that you don't have to scramble to find all of that money one time.
True. Mr. Levy, there's something that I've been reading while I'm looking through my notes to talk to you this morning, is that as a person, the vehicle you go out to buy matters to the insurance company, because sometimes you can buy some vehicle that thief love. Not true?
Yeah, that's very true. I mean, what we find is that the prevalence of motor vehicle theft is very, very heavy among certain models, and then very much less so for other models. And what we find is that the more kind of popular
cars
model is, because what we realize is that they're being stolen to be chopped up for parts.
Yeah.
For the second-hand parts market. So, where the most demand is, that's where, for parts, that's where the most demand is for stolen cars.
Okay, so when you go buy a car, just look around and just check before you buy and say, me don't want any car where I'm going to go thief in our parts.
Right, we do find that there are certain models that are very
thief love.
Prevalently stolen, and we do have an additional charge for the insurance for those makes and models.
All right, Mr. Levy. So BCIC, they have what they offer, what they call Easy Pay, which helps you to better manage your premium payments. Easy Pay provides 100% premium financing, which facilitates you paying premiums monthly for up to 9 months. No deposit is required. So when you're saying I know insurance, because you didn't bring it to BCIC, God have mercy upon your soul, man, I tell you. All right, Mr. Levy, can we get into some questions now that our listeners have submitted at 440-7602? Or bring it to BCIC online. Can we do that now, Mr. Levy?
Sure, absolutely.
All right. Mr. Levy is saying that if you're a young driver, don't be intimidated by the insurance companies. Don't even listen to them. Bring your troubles to BCIC. They know you're high risk, but they're already prepared for that. So they'd have a great plan for you. And if you're having problems paying insurance premiums, why don't you try Easy Pay? Easy Pay from BCIC. I mean, just like the name suggests, Easy Pay. All right, Mr. Levy, I got a few questions for you right now just before you have your breakfast. I don't know if you're a man that eat breakfast real early, but Mr. Levy, but can you please explain why, this is our question from one of our listeners, can you please explain why third-party risk is at the heading of the motor certificate when I purchase comprehensive insurance? What does that mean?
Well, comprehensive insurance includes third-party cover. So it is third-party cover as well as cover for damage to your vehicle. And the certificate is issued under legislation which is called the Motor Vehicle Third-Party Risks Act.
Oh, so that's why I see third-party up on the front, at the top of my insurance, even though I took out comprehensive.
Right. So that certificate has to do with your potential liability to other people, to third parties.
Oh.
The policy itself would contain the comprehensive component which covers you for your vehicle. So the certificate is really just describing the third party.
The third party.
Policy.
All right. So when I see the third party written on my insurance policy, even though I've taken out comprehensive from BCIC, no fret.
No, what you need to do is look at your policy and make sure that has a comprehensive portion.
Yeah, man, read it, man. Read your policies, everybody. All right, that's question number one. Number two, how does the claim process work for home insurance? Like says something happened and I need to claim for home insurance. How does that work?
Well, we just need some very basic information. We need to, once something has happened, we need you to compile a list.
Someone broke into my house and thief my TV. My TV when I just a plan to go watch Manchester United at 2 o'clock.
Exactly.
Today I plan for watching match and I'm leave and then thief TV after 7. What do I do?
Well, the only thing I can say is, first of all, my condolences of being a Manchester United.
Yeah, all right.
It's a difficult time for you, I recognize.
Yeah, all right.
But, what you need to do is to compile a list of items that have been either lost or damaged.
Yeah, compile a list.
Yeah, including, what you paid for the items, if you can remember that.
Yeah.
date, time, and location of the incident. Write that down.
Or the date and the time when we fix the man teeth it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or when you found out that it was done. If you have, like for instance, if there's a break-in and there's a broken window or something, take photographs of the damage.
Oh, take picture. Yeah.
Right. Anything that is inside the house that is damaged, take photographs. And anything that needs repairs, if you can get an estimate from whether a carpenter or whoever to repair those items, it will speed up the process.
Okay.
And then you bring all of that or send it into the insurance company. You can report it online at bciconline.com, or you can go to any of our 8 branches. In the case of a theft, which you mentioned, you should also report it to the police.
Oh, to the police as well.
As soon as you realize, yeah. So, and once we get information from you, if we need to send somebody to check out to look at the damage and all of that, we get on that right away and send that person out immediately. So
to go check on the things and make sure say I don't lie, I tell, and blah 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 blah, and then we deal with the payment part afterwards.
Right, that person will give us a report on that. On the basis of that report, we will make an offer of settlement and cut the check.
All right, that's how we bring my problems to BCIC. You know. All right, BCIC customers, in case you have claims for home insurance, Mr. Levy just quietly explained it for us. One more, Mr. Levy, even though we're out of time right now. I heard about the Amber tracking device. That Rasta wants, right, Mr. Levy? But BCIC gives these Amber tracking devices to customers. Is it free? And does it apply to all types of motor vehicle cover? Once I am with BCIC, do I get one of these Amber tracking devices free?
It applies to all private car policies.
All right, all private cars.
Whether comprehensive or third party, and whether it's new or being renewed, we are offering customers the tracking device, and it includes installation and 1-year subscription for the data monitoring service. Subsequent to that first free year, the renewal of the data subscription will be at a 30% discount.
Mr. Levy, me like BCIC. You know, so BCIC give us the Amber Connect for free, the tracking device for free, and pay 1-year subscription for us. And when the other years come around, when we need to renew it, BCIC say, don't pay all of it, man. Bring it to BCIC. Only pay 30%. Mr. Levy, you know, say I go to heaven, though.
Try not bad.
No, yeah, go ahead, Mr. Levy. I guarantee you that. Thanks a lot, Mr. Levy, for our feature this week. Bring it to BCIC. Just in case customers, you have questions, bring it to BCIC. You can actually call or text or WhatsApp this number, 876-440-7602, or check out the website at bciconline.com. 8 locations island-wide. You can't miss BCIC. BCIC Online, and tell them that Mr. Levy is your cousin, and you should be all right, especially with easy pay. Mr. Levy.
Thank you very much, Ron.
All right. It's always a pleasure, Mr. Levy, and BCIC just make us, every day we learn more and more. That once we got insurance troubles, what do we do? Bring it.
Bring it to BCIC.
Bring it to Mr. Levy. I say it confident. I say it louder than that, Mr. Levy, man. When we got problems, what do we do, Mr. Levy?
Bring it to BCIC.
There you go. I can't believe I'm treating you like I'm the boss, and you're the boss. All right, that's the managing director for British Caribbean Insurance Company, Mr. Levy. Thank you, Mr. Levy.
All right, thanks, Ron.
All right, every time, Mr. Levy.
Buy a new car with the many and you'll never have to worry about any. That's because BCIC will always take care of you. Get easy insurance coverage accompanied by friendly, responsive customer service. Now that's the best feeling. For motor, home, business or more, call us at 440-7602 or visit bciconline.com.